Dear Melissa, you recently talked about the use of AI in product management. I'm wondering, in the cybersecurity industry or banking industries, which are industries which are super secure, where the use of AI is quite restrictive, how do you see that we can still use AI, and how can we leverage all the capabilities, given that it's quite restrictive? Thanks a lot.
When we're talking about AI and cybersecurity and banking, these companies have been using AI for a very long time. But there's two different facets of this. There is, can AI be used as part of your product strategy that helps us deliver value to customers? And then there's also, can we use AI as product managers in this company to do our jobs more effectively? So when we think of that strategy piece, can we use AI to be part of our product strategy when it comes to banking and cybersecurity? Of course. You don't have to just use GPT-4. Many of these companies, when they have privacy concerns, are worried that you're passing customer information back into a central hub. If we think about OpenAI, the way that AI works is that it lives on external servers, so we'd be passing information back out to external servers. But when we do product strategy with AI, a lot of companies are building their own AI models internally, or they're using open source to build these models so that they can host them locally on servers and you're not passing them to a third party. Is that the models can run on your own servers. So if we think about it, banks are using AI all the time right now, and they have been for a long time. They've been using them in chatbots to help. They've been doing it to better user experiences so that you can come in and ask for what you want and find it really easily, or open a bank account faster. They also use it to track customer data and then use that in useful ways to come back and prevent fraud, for instance. A lot of this is baked into the way that we do product strategy, and AI has been doing this for a long time. What I think you're asking about, though, is how do I leverage AI as a product manager in this space when I can't use things like ChatGPT? That part's a little difficult because we have to look at what's available to you as a product manager when it comes to useful tools and what will help you with those privacy concerns for your company. A lot of companies I know will not let people use ChatGPT because, again, the interface could be passing potentially confidential information back into the back end of OpenAI. Everybody's worried that's going to get lost in the sauce and mixed up with everything else and then come back to other people. So your confidential information will be put into the algorithm and it'll pop up to somebody you don't want it to pop up to. That's the fear. So what I'm seeing as a trend, though, too, is that because this is a concern, many companies, when it comes to AI, are building open source models, and the companies that are harnessing AI to help you be a better product manager are also thinking about how do we host this on a single server and not integrate with things like GPT. For instance, Llama 3 did come out from Facebook. I can't tell you how great it is because I have not looked at it yet, but they did an open source model. And this is really big progress because what that allows companies to do is host those models internally so they're not passing information back to Facebook about your confidential information. You can host it on your own servers, you can run these things, you can still answer your questions and build your own interface to be able to do the things that you would with ChatGPT. But Llama 3 is not external, right? It's going to be something that you host internal. And that's what we're seeing. A lot of companies are signing agreements too with OpenAI so that they can use things like ChatGPT. It's just that you wouldn't go through that interface. You would usually build an interface yourselves that hooks into your own models or own separate server where it's running data and not passing it to other people. We're seeing that in a lot of large companies as well. What I think is going to happen is there's going to be a trend of more and more companies understanding that AI is really important. And with these large LLMs, you can't just be passing data out there to everybody else and using it to train algorithms. You're going to see a lot more companies go to using dedicated servers per company that they sign contracts with. And you're also going to see a lot more open source models out there where you might be able to download it, create your own way, your own interfaces to actually chat with it and do your job better. I think give it a couple more months and you're going to see many tools out there where you can start to grab it and get going. In the meantime, if you want stuff that will help you process PRDs faster or use it in that way, talk to your developers and see if you can harness some of these open source models and create simple interfaces on your end so that you can leverage AI in those types of ways to do your job a little more efficiently.